come back Monday, I'll do it.
Okay.
You want to Sharpie it? You want a Sharpie on it? What are you thinking?
Lean it over.
Lean it.
I don't know what you guys think. I was thinking about taking this off.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's important if you want to make it that you work hard. You know, like, yeah, you get to run the #1 plate, but like, they take it away in December. Like, you're nothing. There's not a lot of time in between the seasons, but you get to start over. So everybody's clock is back at 0. When you get beat, you're bummed and you want to fix it. So like, my deal is there's got to be something I can do to help. Like, maybe we need more bottom. Maybe we need more top. Maybe we need better suspension. And I love it. It's a great sport. Like, we're lucky. If you went to car racing and you came back, you'd realize, God, this is pretty sick.
Dude, I should get to keep this hat. I like it.
You're obviously making a video
About you guys.
Yeah, a video.
of how much we're assholes.
Whatever it takes.
We used to have a step, but it's in someone's
the 15
hood on their
someplace.
car because it fell off on the 15 freeway.
Nobody's seen it. Need me to get anything else? Let's not get dumping it. Huh? Where's your
Just
part
in there.
Can we go get it?
Yeah, please. This is proof that I do clean the box fan.
Me and my brother wanted a go-kart. We lived in Norco, which everybody has horse corrals. So my parents thought the go-kart probably wasn't the best idea, but maybe a mini bike. It was a Honda 90 step-through that we got to share. Pretty soon we were going to the desert and just going for fun. Got into racing. And then the year that I got hurt, I got #1 and it was done. And then I got out of the hospital. Kind of didn't know what I was gonna do. And then that's when I decided the only thing I really liked was motorcycles. So I needed to be involved in it somehow. The old shop that I used to ride for had sold to another guy and they weren't making it. I had a little bit of money, but I conned my parents in to take a second on their house and we got it. And I was trying to find a new building. And now think of this, like you're the lady or man working the real estate office, right? And some clown shows up and he's in a wheelchair. He's 18 years old. He's telling you that he wants to put a motorcycle shop in your park. And they're like, no, we don't have that many spots. No, it's not for motorcycles. So like, we can't do that. So I looked around everywhere, nobody would take me. And a friend of ours knew this guy, Jack Jory, and he used to race off-road cars. He didn't have a problem with dirt bikes and said, I'll rent you 2,000 square feet at my place, no problem. So got a brand new building for Anaheim Husky and off he went. It was badass.
What do you do with the bolts? I got them in my
Put
pocket.
it in my pocket.
Do you worry about getting this on the disc?
Nah.
This stuff? Because it washes off good. Right?
Yeah. It's not as bad as the old airbox because the old one, it used to drip at the bottom.
Yep. Yep. That good enough?
Yeah, that'll work.
That's usually what you do, isn't it? About
Yeah.
that much?
Oh, I'll waste more than that.
We didn't think when we made a product that the other shops would carry it with my name on it, or they would just come over there. So we were trying to think of an independent name to do the products from. It was my mom or Jody that started, what about Pro Circuit? Pro Circuit Products. Pro Circuit Products, I like that. I decided to go on a run and get some t-shirts made that were Pro Circuit Products. I wanted to be like DG and FMF, and I wanted to be initials that were real short so you just remember it. That would be PCP. And Jody comes in and he says, do you know what PCP is? And I'm like, Pro Circuit Products, buddy. And he's like, angel dust, it's a drug. I'm like, it is? So we kind of shortened her up to Pro Circuit and just stuck with that. It seemed like it was a little more acceptable. Get one that I can fuck with a little bit. I like that one too. Even right before I got hurt, Huskies weren't the fastest bikes. They were kind of slow. As a kid, you're like, well, why are they slow? So I had to go to the library and start getting some books and reading, and then just had to do it on my own. A lot of the manufacturers were kind of jerks to me a little bit when I was young. I got this stigma of, there's this dude in the wheelchair that's like 21 years old. Like, he possibly can't know that much. So then every once in a while they'd try it and they're like, God, it's actually pretty good. Like, you should try this. Like, if I'm doing it, I want to do good at it, you know, so I want to make it really good. I don't want to make shit. It was in Cycle News back in the day, you can look it up, but I think we were at Fremont Raceway. I got this kid, Craig Dale, on my Husky, and he hole shotted like every moto. I think Goat Brecker in '84 won Tokyo Supercross with a pipe, and that was a pretty big deal. Jody Weisel convinced me that if it's good, they'll buy it. So like we did a couple Japanese pipes, and then those sold more of those than we sold all of our Husky pipes together. So I sold the Husky dealership and then went into just building products full time.
Josh, line one. Josh, line one.
I think it was '85. I got the phone call from the man, and Roger wanted to ride the pipe. So we go to a place called Poinsettia down by Carlsbad. Roger had this little black book, and he would take notes, you know. But he rode this pipe, and he was like, I'm really impressed with this. This is really good. And that kind of gave us a leg up, too. I'd say the core business, it hasn't really changed. You know, like we build aftermarket parts, meaning pipes and silencers for every bike. So whether you have a KTM or a Husky or a Gas or a Yamaha or a Suzuki or a Honda, whatever you have, we're gonna have a pipe for it. If you guys wanna see some top secret stuff, you know, it's right here, but I won't open it. So, we did a lot of Hondas back in the day because they were the popular bike, and they said, why don't you just run the team? And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Like I said, if I can find a sponsor, and we'll see. So we were lucky we got Peak antifreeze and split fire spark plugs, and it kind of kicked us off. That was in '91. So Honda gave us these bikes, and they just came out with the Ride Red program, and I painted them blue. I know. I was peeing on my own Cheerios, but anyway. And so I said, man, I'm gonna do it different. I want everything to match, like an IndyCar team or a NASCAR team. And when we showed up, everybody was blown away how good it all looked together. I'm proud about that because I think it changed the look of how people do it. Like everybody right now is way cleaner, way more organized than if you look in the past. I'm pumped on that. And to bring in outside money to the sport, we've had car companies and spa companies and spark plugs and antifreeze, and we need other involvement from outside of the industry to grow it so that we can have more kids racing, more teams out there, so we're not showing empty gates. We lost 2 teams this year, and that's terrible, and that shouldn't have happened. It would have been cool somehow to keep them racing because, yeah, you want to win, but I would like to make sure those guys can all survive too, because we need the depth of it. I think this is a sport where the athlete can make up more difference still than hardly any other sport left. The gifted ones like RV, another guy was beating him all the time and he just flipped the tables on him and started winning and never quit winning. That was rider talent, not equipment. You want to win races, hire the right guy. Having Ricki Carmichael or Jeremy McGrath or Villapoto didn't hurt. Adam was like It's kind of funny. I think we're at Loretta Lynn's, and Dave Gallen says, hey, I'm going to be leaving Team Green. He kind of put Adam over to us. You know, we tested with him. He's this little kid, right? Literally, he goes to the first Supercross race, and he winds up winning. And I'm like, really? Like, that hasn't happened in a long time. So then, one race, obviously, everybody knows, he popped his shoulder out, and then that was it. Okay, so you take him off the list. It was really tough and devastating on Adam because he's like, oh, dude. And my buddy, we're going to be here. We believe in you. You buy speed. You wait for it. It'll happen. You make decisions for some of the guys that you're going to hire early so you don't lose them. I'm putting my money on my guy. And I know he got hurt, and he might get hurt again, but when he's not hurt, he's going to win. And every time he came back, he would win. It is a dangerous sport. I'm living credit for that. When we got the dealership going, we decided we would do a local motocross team, like just some buddies from the shop. And I needed clothes, and Jody knew Jim Janassis, who worked up at Fox. So our first original team, we were in Fox gear. Fox was a deal that when Ricki used to ride for me, he used to say, man, you're blowing it, man. You should be on Fox. Their stuff's sick. Look at this. Look how sick their stuff is. Dave Gallen thought our team was stale because we always wore the same gear, which the photographers told us. The problem with wearing the same gear all the time is they don't have to shoot your guys all the time because they can pick a file photo. Whereas if you're changing gear every week, it forces those guys to shoot them every event to stay current. And it was smoking hot because all the riders liked it, we liked it. Every week you're looking at something fresh. I saw the layouts that were done and all that stuff, and I kind of fell in love with the brand. And so it made it easy for me to go there. So that was kind of Dave Gallen's idea to do that. I think that was a really good move.
What would you like the moto industry to remember you for?
I don't care. Like, really? Like, if I'm dead, I'm sleeping anyway. Like, I can't hear you. New home.